Okay. Hey, I'm your host, Angel Marr. Welcome to the It Happened podcast. That's right, another podcast. Yep, out of the thousands out there. I'm going to have a lot of special guests, singers, songwriters, actors, both TV and radio personalities. We're going to talk music. We might even sing. We might even dance. We might even cook. Who knows? At the end of it all, you know what? If you're laid back and it moved you, made you feel good, made you cry, laugh, then it happened. Cheers. Next up, a dear friend of mine, great songwriter, storyteller, old neighbor, a friend for more than 5 decades. You're going to find him really interesting. He's just an amazing person. Tommy Sayliss.
It happened with Angel Marr.
Well, since we're drinking Irish whiskey, how about a tragic Irish song off the new album dropping? Can I say that?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Fine. And I hate social media, so how am I going to get this out when I don't want to be on it? So here's a hilarious story, which you're going to love, Angel. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Mike Logren, you've probably met Mike over the years. Upright bass player, plays with us. Great guy. We have these House Cayley parties. So this is years ago, and we're at his place, and it's jammed with people, and people were taking requests and everything else. And I go to I've just come back from Ireland. I got this great glass that holds the Guinness perfectly with the can, right? So you get a nice flow. So I go to the kitchen with my guitar. I'm getting my Guinness, and Buddy opens the fridge. Boom! Fucking knocks it right out of my hand. The glass things, but it's so thick it doesn't break. I just unpack the thing.
Right.
So I pour another Guinness, right? So I go back into the living room, and I put it under my chair. Then, of course, one of our drunk friends comes up and, hey, can you play Whiskey in a Poof? Kicks it over underneath my chair, right?
Still didn't break a hole.
No, but full pint of Guinness gone again. I go back into the kitchen where Mike's wife is, and she goes, what are you doing? She goes, unbelievable, right? They've kicked over. And so I put it out there. Some banjo guy comes in the back door and opens up his guitar case, goes flying, fucking the third one goes flying off the counter. And I go, this 3 Guinness in one night. And she goes, oh, Tommy, they're tipping over your Guinness tonight, right? And I went, oh, there's a song.
There's a title right there.
There's a song in there.
If not a title
So this
song,
is tipping over the Guinness from Mike and Darlene's house years ago. Trying to stay. Okay, it's G, E minor. You'll figure it out. It's been a hell of a week, nearly knocked me off my feet. I'm just glad it's near the end. Gonna play a Bonnie tune in a friend's living room. Just what the doctors recommend. And I'm out and about, gonna drink some barley stout. Looking for the perfect pour, but they're tipping o'er the Guinness. Won't let it come between us. In the back I know there's plenty more. Concertina boy, acting pretty coy. Fiddler girl plays his tune. He sings the old triangle. It jingle jangles like he's howling at the moon. And Patty's in the back with Hank and good crack. Someone's knocking at the door, and they're tipping o'er the Guinness. Won't let it come between us. In the back I know there's plenty more. Shaker solo.
Shaker solo.
They're tipping o'er the Guinness. Won't let it come between us. In the back, I know there's plenty more. While our looks are not our charm, wouldn't do you any harm. Especially Johnny on the snare. Big Mike Keylog grin, holding up the bottom end. Gives the girls quite a scare. If you're looking for pretty boys to make a pretty noise, then may I suggest the door? 'Cause we're tipping o'er the Guinness. Won't let it come between us. In the back, I know there's plenty more. We're tipping o'er the Guinness. Won't let it come between us. In the back, I know there's plenty more. Plenty more. Plenty more.
All right, man.
All right.
So my volume was down. It's all
Okay.
good. It's all good.
I could hear it. I could hear it from here. Yeah. Try.
We're on now. Sounds good.
So, just a quick, funny St. Patty's Day story up the street, which I didn't see you there, but that's okay. I know you're a busy man.
Taking care of mom right now.
So
Go
I'm
ahead.
telling that story every time I play it
Yeah.
live. I tell the story. It's an Irish tragedy. So
An Irish tragedy.
two,
Sure, any other kind?
right? Two songs later, we're at the Kilt and I'm doing Wild Mountain Time, beautiful Scottish hymn-like song, crying your beer, everyone's swaying, right? And then so some of Jackson's on the soundboard, and there's he's got a couple of good-looking boys in their late 20s, early. So some of the older cougar chicks are grabbing his ass, and it's just kind of, he's like, stop bugging me, right? And then they stick their hand in the beer, flick the beer. Anyway, so then the beer goes flying on the girl. Buddy comes out. There's a big punch up. Jackson comes flying through the air. It was, anyway. So it's, and they come flying into the band and send my Guinness flying. I went, unbelievable. I just sang the song and you tipped it over again. This is unbelievable. But so
Wow.
my Guinness was tipped over just last month at the Kilt. So it's
Well, it wouldn't be a St. Patty's Day without a,
no, I guess not, right? It would not. All the
Brought to you
amateurs,
by Head,
all
by
the
the way.
amateurs out. Wow.
Thanks for all the head. What are we doing now?
No, I just nothing. That was nothing. I don't even remember it long way home how it goes. I know you like that one, but I haven't played it since I recorded
I
it.
love that song. Love it, man. Let's do a bit of Tommy McCracken. Just you don't have to do the whole thing. Maybe.
Okay. Oh, you don't want to do all 8 minutes? How much time have we got in the podcast? Because that'll be the end of it.
You want to just touch on it, just a little
Yeah,
bit. just so we can-
I'll do the first chorus.
That'll make me very happy. Yeah.
Left Belfast for Canada, and he took up our guns. Went back overseas till the battle it was won. Came home to stay, 1922. Met the girl of his dreams with her eyes so blue. He took her hand and he made her his wife. In a young rugged land and a chance at new life. Tommy McCracken, he knew best. Tommy McCracken, he's at rest. Proud Irishman of 2 world wars, and the righteous shall live forevermore. His baby had babies, 56 and 61. Sharon Lynn came first, darling little one. She gave birth to a son. Tommy would be his name. The apple of his eye and the champion of his name. And he was the wisest man I think I ever knew. From my very first memories of Moberly Avenue, we'd walk hand in hand down by the railway tracks. You must learn to look up, son, and never, ever look back. Tommy McCracken, he knew best. Tommy McCracken is at rest. Proud Irishman, 2 world wars, and the righteous shall live forevermore. There's a couple of verses.
That's for you, Grandpa.
Yeah. 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 Well, that's, I mean, I just, it's my favorite verse. The memories of growing up on Moberly, right? So we'd walk.
Absolutely. Down to the track. Yeah,
When we were kids, there was no fences. There was no houses on Old Grove, on the south side.
Wow,
Right?
man.
And you could walk right along the tracks, and we'd walk over the main subway back before Sparky with Butch, our border collie. Anyway, but yeah, it was a good time.
Beautiful, man.
Thanks, man.
What else can we do? Let's do another song.
Yeah, I can't ask you any questions about.
Absolutely, man.
Well, I'm just wondering.
Even though it's all about you, this
yeah,
is
I
about
know.
you. We can, of course, you
Well,
can.
I'm just wondering about
Absolutely.
your process. All those years ago, I was playing Piece It Together yesterday in a backyard party in Scarborough.
Wow.
Always, and
Crazy.
Piece It Together. I love that. I got to get the chords right because I wanted to do an acoustic version of that. 'Cause I love the lyrics, man. It's
Awesome.
like, so I kind of think of, did some of that revive? What's going on? I know that's a long time ago, but it's, I know I don't want to go to a deep dive of all that stuff, but like, I'll
tell you what
my
it's-
friends listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
And go, how the fuck is that any different than Guns? Like, what was going on at the time, right? I just don't understand why it didn't get more exposure. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. But anyways, I remember how the song came to be. Was we were playing at a place called Cheers on Danforth.
Yeah, I remember Cheers. Yeah,
It was the Acadian Tavern, the famous Acadian Tavern.
right.
And so we get out of we leave there at 3 a.m. So believe it or not, 2 blocks in the condition I was in those days was like 1,000,000 miles. So I went, you know what? I needed a little apartment that's like within crawling distance. And you know that we could take over a few
It's
girls
2.5
or whatever we
blocks
wanted
to
to
the
do.
front
Right?
door. It's 2.5
It was
blocks
too
to
far
East
back
Lane.
then, Tommy.
Okay.
So anyways, I grabbed this little apartment right down the back. You walk out the back doors of Cheers. Out the back door, about 100 yards, and you were in my pad. A little basement apartment. So my first week there, partying and everything. So slowly, 3, 4 in the morning, everybody's leaving. I finally get to see around 7:30, 8 in the morning. And I wake up to, "I'm of Jesus, hallelujah, the Lord and down there." The ceiling's just, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Lo and behold, upstairs I got the church choir. The ladies were rehearsing and whatever. And just that gospel thing was it, and so I just pieced it together. It was more from that, which
Really?
the version that and everybody hears,
Yeah.
we made it more Stonesy, more.
Yeah.
But when I first started recording it, it was more had that gospel thing to it, Let's piece it together, right?
Nice.
Anyways,
Yeah,
that's how that came to be.
Oh, I never knew that, man. All these years later.
The ladies upstairs were the inspiration.
Wow.
God's angels were above me, man. They're just. Oh yeah. What else? What else, man?
Well, on that note, man, I got to tell you, when I had a little encounter with the church years and years ago, right? And
Beautiful thing.
and yeah, no, just a lot of good things happen. Yeah,
Because we're all battling demons at one point, right?
I mean, not that, I feel for people who struggle with different things, but I didn't have a drink from 85 to 90, right after I had this epiphany, right? So I've always been around the faith and that, never really embraced it, but it upsets some people sometimes, but I go, I got to deny what happened to me because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Anyway, so
Never.
I did my thing. No, I know. I went to St. Bridget's with you guys. I even got into trouble for going. Anyway, I got into trouble for going to Catholic Mass, but that's another story. Anyway, I had this thing, and the next week I penned this song 35 years ago. So it's CF and G. Where's your bass?
CF and G.
Get Danny busy.
Those are gonna come down the road, man. Let me take this out.
Just sitting on a dead-end street, and I'm trying to beat the summer's heat. Just watching people passing by. Well, I'm just having a grand old time, and I ain't even got a dime, but I got the gospel feeling in my bones. Feel like you've come undone, and your heart is on the run, and you just need someone to lighten the load. But you find yourself out in the wilderness, and you're asking yourself, why should you exist? You just had that gospel feeling in your bones. Sing it with me. You don't know the lyrics. Got that good old gospel feeling. Got that good old gospel feeling. Got a gospel feeling in my bones. Got that good old gospel feeling. I can feel my Savior's healing. Got a gospel feeling in my bones. Yeah, all right. Well, Grandpa been telling me since about the time that I was 3. He said, son, you got to believe in the Lord. Well, I'm grateful forever knowing him, and I know he ain't no gentleman Jim, but he put the gospel feeling in my bones. Got that good old gospel feeling. Got that good old gospel feeling, yeah. Got a gospel feeling in my bones. Got that good old gospel feeling. I can feel my Savior's healing. Got a gospel feeling in my bones. Got something in C there? Nice.
One more time, do that.
Yeah.
Am I soloing again?
Yeah. Too old soon too late wise. Can I give you a little advice? Live life with faith, hope, and charity. Through all your pain and all your sorrow, may you stand and face tomorrow with the gospel feeling in your bones. Sing it with me, brothers. Got that good old gospel feeling. Got that good old gospel feeling. Got a gospel feeling in my bones. Got that good old gospel feeling. I can feel my Savior's healing. Got a gospel feeling in my bones. Then got the hand clap here. Good old gospel feeling. Got that good old gospel feeling. Got a gospel feeling.
What else you want to talk about? Let's just go. I want to know what you're doing, what you're up to.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know you're asking the question, so I usually, I do like talking about myself, Dan, but not for an hour, right? So
Keep going, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like an interview. We're just talking about.
Absolutely. No, I'm just happy to be here, man.
And we got whiskey.
We got whiskey. No, but
Navy SEALs are landing outside.
We got each other. We got helicopters.
Navy SEALs. they're probably They might be you lived overseas.
This is like,
it might be you they're looking for, not me.
This is Pulp Fiction over here. We got Mirrorhead Man.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you. It's. I think
You're excited for me?
Of course, man.
I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah, but just things like, have you seen? I think it was called Anvil. Just some of these old bands from the 70s and 80s. These guys just got to a certain amount of notoriety, and then they just fell off the radar. There's been a few documentaries. I can't remember them off.
You know what? I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched enough of it to get it.
And
what it was about, yeah.
I just think, man, you've got so many stories, man. Like your life. I know you're asking me a bunch of questions, but I want to interview you because you got some great stories.
Well,
right? So, but
we can do that another time, man.
Yeah,
But
of course. But
I just love hanging out with you, man, because I know we never get a chance to do so. Like, my mom being, going through Parkinson's and all that stuff. It's like since 2015. Really, that's all I've been doing, man.
No, I know. Is she 90 yet?
In October, she'll be. So that's
no.
not far away. But
No,
it's been really pretty heavy, man. Pretty heavy.
Well, you're a good son to do that. It's not. Listen,
mom,
I lost my mom at 60. I was 33. She was 63, right? So I'm 63 next year. So I'm just trying to, about me, I'm just trying to pack in as much as I can, right?
Yeah.
And just trying not to sweat the small stuff or whatever, the motivational speakers say, because it's.
Like when I look at you, I see your mom, man. You
Yeah,
might think that I don't. Of course, I remember Joan, man. I remember her fuck, because they make such an impact on you, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're that young age, and she was really so sweet to me, man. I can't even tell you, brother. And grandpa and all that. Fuck.
Well, then you see my sorry,
your dad, go to East York and he's sharpening skates, and I brought some. I don't know whether or not I should pull it up, but I'm not for any particular reason, but
I'm not sharpening your skates. Is that what you're asking?
No, I brought this photo of Dad.
Oh,
man.
nice one. Yeah,
I printed it up on my thing, and there he is. There, this is 1954, like the original Team Canada. Yeah. That's heavy shit, man.
Oh yeah,
no. That's your pop, right? That's Dad, man. That's crazy, man.
Assistant captain, and when I went to Gledhill. Yeah. I would tell kids in grade school, my dad played for Team Canada. They go, fuck off. I go, yeah.
That's so heavy,
want? I bet you 50 cents. And then so I'd have a crew come down to Moberly, and I would say you can come in, but you got to stay at the bottom of the stairs. And I would go up to my, because my parents worked, but Grandpa was always home, right?
Yeah.
So I'd go up and get the sweater, and I'd come down and go, there it is, man.
Wow,
no, you can't touch it. And just pay up the bet. You lost the bet.
Do you still have it?
He gave it to Peterborough Sports Hall of Fame.
Did he? Yeah.
So I got talk about pictures. So here's coming full circle with Jackson. I'll find it quick, but
he was. I read. Sorry, Tommy.
Yeah.
I read all this. I was reading a bunch of stuff on Dad in the last couple of days and that, and man, he was like a line mate with George Armstrong, man. That's fucking crazy, man. For Leaf fans out there, So, I mean, that's just one name.
And we were at so my grandfather Sayliss opened up Leaside Tennis Club with Trace Maines, who Trace Maines Park's named after.
Isn't
right?
that nuts, man?
So when he was doing that,
He fought for that. Matt. His name was Matt.
Yeah, Matt
correct?
Sayliss. That's why I'm Thomas Matthew. I got both my grandfather's names. But so he got inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. So my aunt and all the Saylisses were up there. George Armstrong was there because his daughter was with the Leaside Flames, the first female hockey club. Wow. Right? She's 50-something now. She was getting inducted. So he's sitting in the corner with his Maple Leaf alumni jacket on. And I said, Mr. Armstrong, I don't want to impose, but I just had a quick question for you. My dad played Marley. You're a year older than my father. He played with Toronto Marlies, junior A hockey with you. He said when he was a kid, he goes, what was your dad's name? And I go, George Sayliss. He goes, George Sayliss.
You must have freaked out.
I remember him. He goes, because my dad scored 5 goals in a game one time. He goes, George, he scored 5 goals against Sudbury or something. And I go, yeah, it was in the telegram, right? Anyway, George remembered all those years later, so that was kind of cool. I had a little.
Then they won the silver medal playing Russia. And Dad, I'm watching he got a penalty in the third period, right? It was like, I wish I could have watched that game.
It's crazy. I just found a bunch of letters he wrote to my mom from Stockholm. They were engaged, right? Wow. Because my dad was always a bit of a tough hockey player. It's like, Jody, they're hardly even playing me. I don't know what I did to the coach. He's just whining. He's like, and he's just, I never seen him so vulnerable going, well, I don't know what happened. I'm getting benched. I'm not getting played. And I've never heard him talk like that. Anyway, we're in Peterborough rigging. Right? Because that's my son's a rigger with IATSE with us too. So I'm in Peterborough. We're doing a show up there, Old Dominion, a country band. Anyway. And so I'm talking to the guys and I go, George lives across the street, my dad, right? And I go, this is his grandson. He's never seen his jersey. And they went, well, it's in the thing. He goes, yeah, I know. He goes, oh, it's not open today. He goes, stand by. But he goes and gets the keys. This is about 5-6 years ago. Opens up the thing and lets me get a picture with the kid.
Isn't that something?
So that's where my dad's jersey is now, right? Yeah,
that's what he should have done. Good man. Good man.
Well, that was the rink guy in the Peterborough Memorial.
Well, I'm sure he took one look at you. Yeah,
well, that was good. Yeah, it was good. Anyway,
wow, that's awesome, man.
It was neat. Yeah,
and I remember was it your 40th birthday when we were at
Berkeley.
Sorry, I'm just testing my memory here, man.
Yeah,
and that's when I first started to learn. You were pulling everything out. That was drafted by the New York Rangers.
Oh yeah,
right?
Still got that. Yeah, 49.
That's fucking heavy, man.
Yeah,
that's heavy. And like what blows me away is it was Karen Coleman.
Yeah, Richie's
mom.
Yeah.
Lived on Moberly, same street that
I
grew up on.
I remember Karen.
And she got me into East York because we didn't live in East York, right?
Exactly.
And she, God bless her, man. Karen, I love you. She got me in there. And I'll never forget walking in there and who's there? Your dad.
Yeah.
Sharpening skates, Yeah. And I think he just did it.
He's
hockey ran it was his blood.
Yeah, he loved hockey, right? And he sold sporting goods. He was a firefighter.
We didn't get there yet.
He had a roofing company.
We didn't get there yet.
He had selling, but he was always hustling, right? So yeah, he was.
That's what I mean.
A hard-working dude.
And mom, man, like
mom was. She was Marilyn Monroe when she was younger, right?
She was so amazing, man. And I got to tell you right now, you're sitting in front of me, but when I hear "Let It Be," you know where I'm standing? I'm standing in the hallway at 102 Moberly.
Yeah.
And there was the upright piano.
Yeah. Grandma's piano, yeah.
Up against the wall that divided the kitchen and the living room.
Yeah.
And I'm standing right there. And I heard Let It Be for the first time. And every time I hear it from now till I'm dead.
It's not funny.
I'm right there. Isn't that crazy, man?
I know. It's you know what it was? The Dumb and John in the basement. What the one it was... Those were the days, my friend, we thought
they'd never.
So Joe had that one. That played every time I'm in your house and we're sneaking wine out of the Dumb and John. It was like we're 10 years old. That was playing in the back. So that's me every time I hear that, I'm in your basement, right?
Another one, highlight of my life is my dad and your dad. Both born in 31, by the way.
Yeah,
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, both born in 31. And me, a young guy, I think it was probably maybe 9 or 10, but sitting between them in my kitchen here in East Lynn. Dad couldn't speak English, and of course, George couldn't speak Italian. And I'm in the middle translating and making runs from the wine barrel to the kitchen table, refilling and filling the fucking wine bottle.
Yeah.
And wow, man,
The boys,
that was great.
The boys liked the drink. Certainly, Pops did, right? So, but I remember your dad, man. He played the accordion every once in a while. He busts that out. Remember that?
Yeah. And he always loved you, man. Hey, Tommy,
Yeah.
where's my boy Tommy?
Yeah. It was. But yeah, they would sit in the backyard, and I remember you trying to translate, and he was the waiter. It was great. Man.
And translator.
Yeah, I know.
You know what, Tom? I love that you were here today, man. And I hate to wrap this up because I know we're going to keep going after this.
Oh, we're going. Yeah, it would be.
We're going to go somewhere now and eat and everything.
Yeah.
But I think we should continue this at some point.
Yeah.
Do another part if you're up for that.
Yeah, love you
Because
to death, brother. I'm just
I
glad
love
I
you so
lived
much
long
too,
enough to
man.
do this, man. This is.
I love you,
awesome.
brother.
Yeah.
And
me too.
there's no way. I knew there was no way we're going to be able to put everything into whatever time we have right now here. But I love you, brother.
I'm just happy to be here.
Man, thank you for doing this, and let's get together again soon
pleasure.
And continue.
All right.
All right,
I
man.
just got a question. One question.
Absolutely.
Who's the fucking Marrhead? What's this all about?
That's put together by a bunch of my grandkids and then
Okay. All right. I'll start.
Grandpa, no, no. Yeah, it's all beautiful.
Give me some love.
Absolutely.
I love you.
I love you too. Love you so much. All right, brother.